Welcome to this whistle-stop tour of what is trauma. Trauma can be defined as an injury to the mind, body and emotions. It derives from the Greek word for wound. Trauma is an emotional, psychological and physical response to an event which has been experienced as dangerous, threatening or overwhelming. Most people will experience at least one traumatic event during their lives. Whilst all traumatic events are stressful, not all stressful events are traumatic. Everyone experiences stress in their daily lives, and it is commonplace in our way of life. Stress is not always damaging if in small doses and experienced in the short term. Stress can help you perform under pressure and motivate you to do your best, such as exam stress or attending an interview. Stress is usually experienced in short, sharp bursts, and once over, we can return to a normal emotional and psychological sense of self. Overcoming low to moderate stress develops resilience. When stress becomes trauma. This is when the event is unpredictable and prolonged. We can then experience feeling vulnerable and powerless. During these times, we do not have the capacity to emotionally regulate ourselves, so we are in a constant state of stress. Our minds and our bodies are in a relentless state of high alert. Common reactions may include anger, fear, guilt, feeling nervous and sometimes anxious. Trauma experiences can be difficult life events, something we have witnessed or something that we have experienced as threatening, such as an act of violence or a car accident. Two people may experience the same event, however, their interpretation of the said event can be different, thus one person may hold little significance to it, whereas the other could be left traumatised. An example: two young ladies are in a shopping centre when the public address system orders everyone to leave by the nearest exit immediately. One young lady's experience is that this incident is inconvenient, as she has not yet purchased an outfit for an event she is attending that evening. The other young lady shifts into fear and has thoughts of, "This is life-threatening. What if I'm unable to get out? I could die." The following day, the first lady has forgotten the event. However, the other young lady is experiencing flashbacks of the event, playing it back repeatedly. She then experiences nightmares, whereby the event is replayed with catastrophic consequences. Over time, this is now a prolonged experience of which the symptoms can be classed as traumatic. Let's go a little deeper and look at the different categories of trauma and examples of traumatic events. Acute trauma can occur with a sudden, one-time, single traumatic event, an accident such as being in a car collision, an act of violence, a natural disaster, the death of a significant person, physical or sexual assault, witnessing an event such as a house fire. Chronic trauma happens when an individual experiences multiple traumatic events, such as sexual abuse, domestic abuse, war, neglect, or bullying. Developmental trauma is a term used to describe repeated traumas from a person's childhood. Repeated instances of developmental trauma, such as abandonment, abuse, and neglect during a child's early life, can impact on neurological development as well as an inability to then positively attach to others. Interpersonal trauma occurs when an individual experiences multiple traumatic events that are caused by other human beings, which are repetitive and over time, such as witnessing interpersonal violence, witnessing parental drug and/or alcohol abuse, parental separation or incarceration, as well as parental abandonment. Experiencing parental conflict after separation, children and young people can become conflicted in their loyalties. Additionally, a parent's toxic comments about the other parent can cause an emotional disturbance. Traumatic grief can be experienced when a loved one passes away suddenly. This can be by way of a death by a traumatic event or the person dying unexpectedly. Emotions can become intense and they can then feel overwhelmed. Feelings become stuck and a person is then unable to process through the normal stages of grief, which then becomes unresolved grief. Complex trauma can be the experiencing of different traumas over time, an example being experiencing sexual abuse and then later in life traumatic grief. Let's now look at some of the typical symptoms of trauma. Intrusive thoughts and flashbacks of the trauma, nightmares, panic attacks, headaches, stomach aches, and other somatic responses. Being overly alert and hypervigilant, as if the event will happen again. Depression, anxiety, denial, disbelief, difficulty concentrating, being irritable, having mood swings, being angry, sadness, a constant feeling of fear. Repair and recovery is possible to move from victim to the survivor. Albert Camus said, "In the middle of winter, I finally learned that there was in me an invisible summer." From this we can understand that from the depths of our distress we can learn to recover and learn to live life free from the past trauma. The most significant factor in working towards recovery is that of feeling safe and experiencing supportive, loving relationships around us, as well as being believed. As trauma professionals, we recognise a three-stage approach to process trauma so that the impact of the trauma is resolved. Stage 1 is the stabilization phase. To be in a safe environment and to be with people who enable you to feel safe. This includes home, work, school and college. To develop emotional stability. Your ability to calm your body, become more emotionally regulated and to be in control of the symptoms of trauma such as anxiety. To manage post-traumatic symptoms with techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness and distraction techniques. To understand your emotional reactions, to be able to say, I feel this because of X, Y and Z. An example, I feel angry because you hurt me. To develop positive self-esteem, to be able to cope with the ups and downs of life and to hold worth within ourselves. To resolve any feelings of guilt, blame or shame, to be rid of negative beliefs that you are a bad person, you are not. Or that if you could have done something different, the event would not have happened. The Tackling Trauma website provides comprehensive information on techniques to support you in this stage. Stage 2 is processing the trauma and accepting this thing has happened, but it is in the past and not in the present. It is no longer happening to me. Sometimes the trauma event can become stuck. We have not made sense of it or have not come to terms with it. We need to find meaning to the event. Processing the event enables the memory to make sense. The images become unstuck, allowing for the image to be filed as a memory, and not a stuck image in the here and now. Processing the event may be talking it through over and over again. For some, there is a natural processing of trauma when people experience safety, love, and positive attachments in all areas of their lives. They can then integrate the trauma and come to terms with what has happened to them. For others, they may need to talk to a professional, such as a trauma-informed counsellor. Stage 3 is the integration of the trauma, where the trauma is acknowledged to be part of our history, a reality, but no longer has a significant impact in our day-to-day experiencing of life. During a person's lifetime, there will be challenges and potential triggers linked to a trauma. We term this as trauma reminders. An example. Think of a time when you've been listening to the radio and a tune begins to play. This tune can remind you of something wonderful that happened a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. The tune has triggered a reminder, a memory. Therefore, a trigger can also be a memory of a trauma. It is important to acknowledge the memory of the trauma, then with positive self-talk, remember, it is in the past and not happening right now. I hope this webinar has been helpful and provided an insight into what is trauma, but also to know a person can recover and move from victim to survivor. This is developing post-traumatic growth.